Before you listen to anything else, follow Trend Fusion right now. Subscribe to the channel, like this video and share it, because what you are about to hear is the raw truth Nigerians are living with every single day, and the media keeps sanitizing it. The explosion that ripped through the Dansadau road in Maru local government area of Zamfara state did not happen by accident, and it did not happen in isolation. It happened in a country already bleeding from years of unchecked terrorism, elite complicity, silence, cowardice, and selective outreach. And it happened just days after decisive US airstrikes hit terrorist camps in the northwest, which immediately tells you everything you need to know about motive, retaliation, and who truly benefits from insecurity. On that Saturday afternoon, travelers moving in what was believed to be a heavily escorted convoy were suddenly thrown into chaos when a planted, improvised explosive device detonated on the highway, tearing through vehicles, killing civilians, injuring many others, and leaving craters, smoke, panic, and confusion behind, with videos showing people running for their lives, abandoning vehicles, and screaming for help, while authorities issued the usual vague confirmations without urgency or transparency, a pattern Nigerians have sadly become used to. An IED is not a random weapon. It is a calculated terror tactic borrowed from global jihadist playbooks, designed to be cheap, hidden, devastating, and psychologically crippling. And its use on a major highway tells you that the attackers were not just interested in killing, but in sending a message that no road is safe, no escort is enough, and the state does not control its territory. This is exactly why the timing matters, because when terrorist camps are hit from the air, when their hideouts are disrupted and their movements constrained, they respond the only way they know how, by turning civilians into targets, by moving from forests to highways, by replacing direct confrontation with asymmetric warfare, and by trying to prove that even foreign firepower cannot stop them from spilling blood. This is not new. It is a pattern seen in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, and across the Sahel. And Nigeria is now fully trapped in that same cycle, because for years, terror groups were allowed to grow, recruit, arm themselves, negotiate ransoms, gain legitimacy, and embed within communities, while political and religious figures ran interference for them. What makes this moment even more revealing is the reaction, or more accurately, the lack of reaction, from those who have been loud in condemning the US strikes, crying about sovereignty, foreign interference, and alleged civilian harm, yet have said absolutely nothing about innocent Nigerians being blown up on a public road. And silence at a time like this is not neutrality, it is endorsement. When you scream when terrorists are hit, but go mute when civilians die, you are telling everyone where your loyalty lies. And Nigerians are not stupid. They see the pattern clearly now. The Zamfara blast exposes the moral bankruptcy of terror sympathizers who wrap their arguments in religion, ethnicity, or fake nationalism while refusing to condemn the very acts that destroy the lives of ordinary people. These travelers were not combatants, they were not enemies of anyone, they were parents, traders, students, and workers just trying to survive in a country that has failed to protect them. And yet, their deaths are treated as background noise, while elite voices rush to defend the killers the moment pressure is applied to them. The reason highways like Dansadau are repeatedly targeted is because terror groups understand the psychological and economic impact. Once roads become death zones, commerce slows, fear spreads, communities are isolated, and the sense of national collapse deepens, which serves their long-term objective of control and leverage. This is exactly why insecurity keeps expanding faster than development, because it is not just violence, it is strategy, and it is being enabled by years of weak enforcement, compromised leadership, and deliberate ambiguity about who the enemy really is. After the US strikes, terror networks did not disappear. They fragmented, dispersed, and adapted, moving fighters into civilian areas and activating sleeper cells to plant explosives. And this is exactly why a serious counter-terrorism effort cannot stop at airstrikes alone. It must be backed by aggressive intelligence gathering, constant road surveillance, community cooperation, and zero tolerance for anyone who speaks for, negotiates with, or defends terrorists under any guise. Yet what Nigerians see instead is selective outrage, where attacks on terror camps trigger outrage from certain clerics and influencers, but attacks on civilians are met with excuses, justifications, or complete silence. And that contradiction is now impossible to ignore. The Zamfara blast after the US strike was meant to send a message that terrorists are angry, threatened, and desperate, but it also exposed something else, that many of those shouting against foreign intervention are not shouting because they care about Nigerians. They are shouting because their boys, their allies, and their sources of influence are under pressure. This is why Nigerians must stop being distracted by fake debates and focus on the core truth. Insecurity survives because it is protected politically, religiously, and socially. And until that protection is dismantled, highways will keep exploding, villages will keep burning, and families will keep burying loved ones. The silence after this blast is louder than any statement, and history will remember who spoke for the dead and who spoke for the killers. Follow Trend Fusion, subscribe, like, and share, because truth is the first weapon against terror and the lies that protect it.